All right, we are live from the Kansas City Airport with the OG Bandits. How are you guys doing today?
We're great. How are you?
We are great. Sorry for the delay. We had TSA security issues. We might have a little feedback.
Sorry
It's
about it.
it's weird when they're across the table from us. There's more difficulties than when we're 50 miles away. So first off, how has it been since Made for Casey?
So it has been an absolute whirlwind of 8 months. As most of the people that follow us know, and this is new to some of you, I was 8 months pregnant at the Made for KC contest. So when we won in June, we knew obviously we had a short amount of time to get our rubs and sauces going. But we also knew that was even shorter than what someone would have because I was going to have to take some time off as it was a C-section, and that's a minimum 6 week um, recovery. So we did a little bit of stuff in July, and then August comes, and the beginning of August, we welcomed our baby bandit, Adeline, and I had to take some time off, but I think it was the first week of September, we were full swing developing our rubs and sauces, and then it was literally a snowball of getting everything done. So that led us to, it doesn't seem like a lot of time, but I mean, it seems like a lot of time, but it wasn't a lot of time because next thing we know, it's January, and then we were a little over a month away.
So I just have to point out, bum Kevin's comment. Josh got some.
Josh did get some.
Twice.
So how long after? Like, when did the process start? Is it did you get a couple weeks for the newness to wear off, or is it just pretty much a couple weeks later, a week later, they start contacting you?
It was literally the day after. So we jumped headfirst into this. This was because developing rubs and sauces, as those who have it know, it's not a short time. This is literally, they streamline it for this to get this because you have to have basically everything done by January. So you have from the contest in June to January to come up with 4 rubs, 4 sauces, get them bottled, get your labels designed, get everything ready to go. So, I mean, it's quite a task. We have 4 kids, and there are some weeks where I'm not sure how we survived with doing everything with the kids and us. I keep looking at you guys. This is weird. I keep looking at you guys, but I need to talk here.
So yeah, look at your camera. So that was the next day. You immediately went to work.
Yes.
Were you still on the high
Yes.
from the win?
Yes. We're still on the to be honest. So yeah, it doesn't go away. It was quite. I want to say it probably didn't really set in for us what was happening until we got to go to Old World Spice to start our R&D process, and us sitting in the parking lot, getting ready to walk in, we were like, "Whoa, this is actually happening," you know.
We just weren't in a dream.
It wasn't a dream. Like, this was actually going to happen. So it's, yeah, it's very surreal.
Did they regulate, like, you had to have like 3 sauces, 4 rubs, or 4 and 4? Is it in the contract?
We had 4 and 4.
Okay.
They would like to feature at the airport.
Okay.
It's 4 rubs, 4 sauces. Obviously, 4 meats to win the contest. So that was kind of where we were going from it. So yeah, it was intense. And I do feel like we're just now coming out of that fog of the planning and stuff, and then we're in fog now. This whole, we'll talk about it. What happened today? It's crazy.
So, has your daughter, as she lived the restaurant life for the last 6 months that she's been born, how many times has she been here?
Actually, she has never been here. drop everything and come take care of things for us. We've been here. We're staying at the hotel in the airport. We got here Sunday. They've had the kids the whole time. We get home this following Sunday. So the boys, our 3 boys have been up here once. We brought them this shortly after we won, just so they can see. We got a tour of the kitchen area. But yeah, Addie's first time being here will be on Friday. So this is going to be pretty exciting day to have the kiddos up here.
That is really cool. So, trying to remember the name of the concessions or the group. What is that called?
Oh, yeah.
Oichip. Are they a very family oriented group? Like, are they good with kids? Like,
Yes.
you don't care if your kids come to the airport?
No, in fact, I was told if you need to strap the baby on and come on up, go ahead. So, yes, the support we have felt from them, they love the fact that we are family, we have kids, you know. They are an incredible group, and I'm not just saying this, they really are an incredible group of people to work with, and they have been so welcoming, so supportive. Today, they all came in, you know, not only was it our opening day, but it was also the airport's 1-year anniversary. And I talk with my hands. You should hold it.
About the camera stand, like,
Yeah, I should have brought my tripod. We weren't thinking this out, but they were all here today. They were all showed us, you know, that meant a lot to us that they came for this. They all sat down, ate our food. It was awesome, and so they're a great group of people to work with, and we are so blessed to know them. Honestly.
I'm just picturing you slicing ribs with the baby on the back.
You know, it's not the baby that I'm worried about. I can't do that. I feel weird. It's not the baby I'm worried about. It's the 2-year-old.
Oh, yeah. The baby at least isn't walking yet.
Yeah, the 2-year-old will be trying to eat everybody's plates of food and stuff. But no, this is exciting. So.
How long are you guys going to be up here doing the restaurant stuff before you go back to real life?
So we will be up here until Sunday. And then we are going to probably cool it off for about a week, go back to real life. Our kids have some stuff coming up this next week. So, and then we're going to try and be up here most weekends for the next month or so, just to make sure everything's going okay. Maybe I'll pop in during the day with the kids, the littles, but yeah, it's this.
Look at the camera.
Josh, this is look at me.
What are you doing?
This is
I mean, they can't see us. So I'm guessing this is going to put your barbecue competition life on hold this summer.
Absolutely not. So we are actually signed up for 2 so far. Our first one will be St. Robert's on March 23rd, double, and then we are going to go to Osage. So we'll be there in April, and I think I haven't done it yet because we've been a little busy, but I'm going to try and sign up for Sugar Creek at the end of April. So no, we kind of want to go back to regular life. What's going on? Are they making fun of us?
So, young Albert Einstein's getting ready to walk by. So, I'm a people watcher. So, speaking of comps, are you banned from Made for KC?
Yes, we are banned. They don't know. We cannot compete this year, obviously. I think we're eligible to compete in 2025.
Yep.
June of 2025. So, will we? We'll tell you in about a year. No, we absolutely would. And I really do. Any team thinking about doing it, backyard, masters, whoever, do it. This is something that will change your life. And we're just at the beginning of it and how much our life has changed. There's opportunities that are presented to you outside of this because of this. That what is that? Priceless. I couldn't. Sorry, I've been up since like 3:30. No, but they are priceless, and this is one of those opportunities that I can't talk enough people into doing this. There should be hundreds of people signing up for this. This is, a truly life-changing competition.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to show everybody and showcase our journey on this so they know that.
I wish I lived closer to the airport. Right?
Yeah. Well, maybe you should move.
An hour and a half is not going to be close.
It's-
So,
Sounds like I need to do it.
what is it? 45 minutes? Is that 30?
It's 60 miles, and we live 54 miles away. So,
You lie.
You made me cross off a question, which was, when was the last time you guys slept?
well, we have a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old.
And
So
you got up and we're here at 3:30.
Yeah. No, this week we've been getting up pretty early. We want to be here from start to finish. A lot of the prep days going into this, we had to start smoking and prepping meat to lead up to today to make sure we had enough food prepped.
Photobombing it.
So, what are your hours? What are your hours at the restaurant?
So we start serving breakfast, I believe, at 5:30, 5 or 5:30. I'm usually in the back the past 2 days or 3 days that we've done that, so I'm not sure exactly when we start. And then till 10 p.m. So breakfast runs until 10:30, and then we switch over at 10:30 to lunch and dinner, our main menu.
So because we're upstairs in the airport, how do they have a smoke shack that's vented to the outside, or how do they cook it?
So we actually have, this is
Yeah, we have 2 Southern Prides back there.
the first ever in the world to have first ever airport in the world to have actual smokers inside the airport.
That's pretty
So
Yep.
they're huge. Like,
Will Josh fit in it?
yes, I could put 10 Joshes in it. So how much pounds of meat did we do today?
16 or 1700 pounds.
Yeah, 100 pounds of meat today. So
Wow.
it's yeah.
Have you heard any rumors? Are they going to model any other airports? Have you heard of anybody doing this? Or
I heard a rumor, but I'm not sure that there's other talks of wanting to do something like this. But we're Kansas City. We own barbecue. So good luck trying that.
I didn't know if Texas or something might do it, since they always claim
Very
that.
well could.
They could, but I don't think so. It hasn't been done yet. So
Kevin Hesse said that if you need an adult beverage break, you can stop by his house. He's 10 minutes away.
There you go.
okay. Why don't you meet us in the parking lot with those adults that will come out every day?
I'm not sure though that the lack of sleep, and a hangover would be a good combination.
I think Brian's flying in about 45 minutes or something.
So you want to meet us up here, Kevin?
Brian Miller's going to be
Brian
here.
Miller.
It's going to be Miller time.
No, this is, yeah. So we haven't been getting a lot of sleep this past week, but
It's worth it.
it's worth it, 100%. We're running on adrenaline.
Oh, I imagine.
So, with this journey going on, do you have any plans when the next winter takes over to go out and start your own brick and mortar or anything?
Everything's up in the air right now.
There are
That's
some.
not enough.
There's
We're not saying no, but we're not going to tell you yes.
We're not saying no, but we have some good leads that there might be a yes, and it might be becoming before a year's up. So,
That would be really cool.
yeah.
So this is one of those things where on day one you take full advantage of. You don't wait till day 365
Yeah.
and then decide what you're gonna.
Your 15 minutes of fame, make it work.
Yes, and this year's going to go super quick.
Yeah.
So we need to, you're in the Kansas City International Airport. You're not going to get much more nationwide exposure than
International.
true international, but even nationwide. Like, we sold our first bottle of sauce on Monday, retail sauce, and I was bawling because that sauce with our name on it is now on a plane
Going somewhere.
going somewhere in the world, and they're going to talk about OG Bandit sauce at their dinner table wherever they go.
Did you keep that first $1 to plaque it?
I kept the picture. It just so happens we had to run and go grab something, and we weren't in the airport when it happened. So they were taking pictures for us. They were like, "You sold your first bottle." I was like, "Ah."
That is true. It's not something you think about, you know. It's one thing to be in a restaurant and have your own rubs and sauces, but to literally be in a place where you know it's going to go all over.
And that's just it. We are literally, it's not like a barbecue store locally where it's going back to your area.
Yeah.
We are literally, they do the work of pushing us out into the country for us.
Florida, Germany.
Yes, anywhere in the world. You're right, anywhere. And maybe someone's eating our food in China right now. That's crazy. But it's true. It's crazy to think about. And you have to seize this moment now and run with it, and this
strike
is,
while the iron's hot.
yes, exactly. So
Everything was built up to this moment, and what you do with this moment and the next 364 moments just like this, it's gonna make a difference. Whether you
and I know we're going to get the question of, are they going to allow you to open something else while you're in here? Absolutely. They support it. They want it. This is something that they are encouraging you to do, to get out there. This is the whole point of this. This is why this contest was made, to take local entrepreneurs and catapult them to nationwide entrepreneurs. So
I like that idea because it's like, we're going to give you your year to help. We're going to promote you so you can succeed, but meanwhile you're going to get back to the airport and make it grow.
Yeah,
so it's a give and take partnership.
It is 100%. It truly is a partnership, and nobody loses in it. So it's a wonderful opportunity, and we're very excited for the future.
So if you had known what you know now, would you have waited to have a girl, or would you?
Absolutely not.
Kevin, no.
I didn't know, because they were like, did you ever think you were going to win it when you were pregnant?
No.
I love the picture of when you guys won and the look on your face.
There's a video out there where I thought I was going into labor. But no, obviously any contest, you guys know, any contest you go into, we're like, oh, we can win this, we're going to go win this. We said it, we manifested, and then it happened. So, it was one of those things where we're like, wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be cool? And then I'm like, it's going to happen just because I'm pregnant. Why else wouldn't it happen? We have so much stuff.
Could you imagine if you cooked it separate, like what the original plan was?
So we actually wanted to do that, and we were going to do that, but we had heard a lot of feedback about that. And even though what we did was legal, so we said, fine, we'll cook together.
Show you up as it is.
Meanwhile, they probably would like, crap, we should
have had us. They should have had us cooking separate now. We were pretty bound and determined, and I think that was one of the best cooks Josh and I had ever had. And we did it. So because here you're not cooking Wagyu brisket here. You're not cooking, you don't have pick of the litter. I think them providing the meats is a real game changer, because they're judging you on how you cook the meats you're going to cook every single day here. I'm trying to keep that feedback. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
We're just playing the camera. I can hear your voice, but I'm more trying to do both.
Yeah. So, so to him and I, when we found that out, that we weren't going to be cooking comp meats, I said to him, maybe,
that might not be bad right there.
Hold on. Sorry.
And we're taking a quick 10-minute break.
We're sitting them in front of all their sauces and rubs. So while you're waiting, if you want to take a look at their sauces and rubs and come to the airport for your next flight and get some, that would be great.
So our thing is, because no, I'm not even here. Whatever. It's the Josh show now.
Oh, let's see, Ashton.
And we're going live.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is a highlight. You gotta have a little funny. You gotta have comedy on top.
This
of it.
is us. This 100% is us. So
Hi, everybody.
Well, the one we had this summer when Jameson was just screaming at
and that's us too, and that's our authentic self. But as I was talking about, when we knew we were gonna have meats provided, we hadn't cooked prior to that. It was the Royal in September was the last time we had cooked, and so I was like, "Are we gonna practice? Like, are we gonna go to comps and stuff?" And he said, "Why would I go to comps and practice Wagyu? And I'm gonna want to pick my ribs. You know, you want the best of us." So I attribute this to Farley a lot. Is he just blindly grabbed chicken off of the grocery shelves, threw it in the cart every time we practice at home. Blindly grabbed ribs, threw it in the cart. You know. Because we weren't going to know what it looked like that day anyways. And that's how we practiced at home in our backyard, was just like that. Okay, here's your cooler, work with it. And I think that was a huge advantage for us because we didn't panic when we saw what we got. We knew we could make it work because we had been doing that since January the previous year when we were practicing.
Once we got
picked, I guess. And
I heard the legs were like drumettes.
They were. And that's why we did what we did, was because you buy a pack of legs at Walmart, you're going to get some big old ones and some little baby ones. So that's,
and that goes back to, you got to cook the meat, right? So if you got small legs, your grind time's going to be shorter. Your cook time's going to be shorter. So we had built alternative timelines for such things.
And he's absolutely right. We would build, that was our practice. Instead of going to comps, we were building, okay, these are 160 gram legs. This is what we're going to do it on. Okay, these are 80 gram legs. This is what we're going to do it on. And I think that really helped us because we were calm, cool, collected. We weren't stressing about little drummies because we knew even at one point they came around and gave new chicken to everyone and we didn't even use it because we were like, we're fine with this. We can make it work. So
I just trimmed 16 legs.
Mm-hmm.
6 of those legs right out of the package were 135 grams.
Yep. And that's small for us. We normally do 150 grams. So it was one of those things where if anybody ever asks us for advice on that comp, that's what I would say is focus less on your actual comp and focus more on just cooking good food.
Yep.
Because at this point, right now where we are in this journey, that food now is pleasing. Sorry. that food
right there.
He always tells me I had a couple interviews today and I talk with my hands. And so he's like, you're always talking with your hands. I'm like, I'm sorry. I know. So, but that's, that would be our advice for a team coming in is that cook good food. Don't, practice at home more so than at a comp for this one because that's the most important.
I'm trying.
But I do agree with that, though. I kind of like this as far as because sometimes you go to a comp and whoever has the best meat.
Yeah, and that I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to cook, right? Your straight ribs might get you $9.99 appearance, but it's not going to help your tenderness. So I'm not opposed to the way they did this. I know there was some talk that people were opposed to it, but in this situation, for this contest, for this reason, of course you want to know who has the best brisket that's going to be cooking in the airport. You don't want to, why would you cook a Wagyu when that's not what people are going to eat? That's not what's going to get judged, I guess. So it was fun.
Plus, it also keeps costs down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would spend more than $350 to enter a contest plus the meats than I would.
We got the best payout from that contest. If you think about it.
Yes, you did.
But yeah,
Still
so
going on.
it's still happening. If we don't cook anymore, we'll still be in the plus side.
I can actually say I could quit barbecue tomorrow, comp barbecue, and be ahead by the time it's all said and
So
done.
there it goes. So now you pay for your food because your team of year drugs.
Meh.
You sit in your class that one day, you looked across and you're like, that could have been a trip to Disney World. That could have been
Have
a
I
trip.
been to Disney World yet? No.
Well, you can after this year.
2025.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
maybe not. No. This is like Disney World though, so it's fine.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a nice place.
I mean, you got a bull ride here. What else can your kids? They can ride on the back of that thing.
I'm sure there'll be pictures of Jameson there on Friday. So
I can't see Jameson not doing that. He seems like he's a wild man.
He is a wild man.
he's a Farley. Of course he's wild.
Well, let's get Farley to Vanna White and show off your sauces and rubs.
Okay, I'll step aside for this.
Now you got to do like what's
Actually,
spin the wheel?
No,
What's
yes,
that?
you.
Harry,
Okay.
that AM show.
Price is
The Price is Right. You got to do like the showgirls.
Are we missing pecan bounty? We're missing a rub. Okay.
This is rough.
I gotta go back.
Okay,
I
bye.
only had the
Okay, so Ashton is going to start us off on the sauce side.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna go for rubs. Okay, so we have our first one is our chicken poultry rub called Gold Rush.
I tried some today. It is amazing.
I'm going to go Vanna White.
See, we really are in the same place. This is going to be a sweet honey, has hints of peach in it. It's really good on any poultry. We also put it on our corn ribs here because it's sweeter. So we do the butter and the corn ribs with that. It's really, really good. Then we have our outlaw, which is our rib rub. So that's going to have jalapeno in it, pecan jalapeno, black pepper. It's really good too. That goes into our coleslaw and our mac and cheese.
That's definitely a reason to get the mac and cheese.
Yeah, it's really good.
The dirty mac and cheese.
The dirty mac and cheese.
Which has like brisket, chicken, pulled pork, and a bunch of jalapenos, tomatoes, mac and cheese.
She sold me a jalapeno.
She lost me a jalapeno, but I love mac and cheese, so I get it without jalapenos.
Then we have our cattle wrestler, which is our beef rub. So this is going to be your salt, pepper, umami, deliciousness on any red meat. I think you must have left it at the hotel. Oh, your bag's right there. Anyways, so we have been using this solely on our steaks and our burgers at home. My kids will only eat steak now with this on it. Actually, in fact, we'll only eat steak now with this on it.
You sold me at Unami.
Umami, yes. I upped the punch on that umami, and that was big for me. This goes on obviously our brisket, but it also goes on our house-made potato chips we have here. Very good. We don't have it. That's okay. I think we left it. It's okay. We do have one more rub that is it's called Pecan Bounty. It's our pork rub. It's your classic barbecue pecan, savory, really good on pork, really sweet. We do a sweeter pork, so it's a sweeter taste to it. These are our sauces. Oh, here you go, Anna. We have Tinny Tumbleweed, which is going to be a slight vinegar, twangy top sauce. We wanted to stick with our Kansas City roots. All of our sauces are sweet based, and then we incorporated the vinegar taste to it. It's not overpowering. It's just so there's vinegar in it. So that's our technical pork sauce.
Where did the names come from? I noticed you kind of have like the bandit, like Old West theme with your.
So Josh and I are originally from South Dakota. My family is ranchers, cattle ranchers. Josh's family, they come from farmers. So it's a little nod to our home. It's also, you're in Cowtown, Kansas City, and that's what we're from Oak Grove. There's more countryside over there too. So we went with that.
Well, there's more cows than people in my town, so I like it.
Yeah, that's. And then we have the Saddle Up Sweet Heat, which is going to be our habanero based rub that goes on our ribs. Very good on anything though. And then here is our.
Are you just wandering around aimlessly?
Here's our.
Here you go,
bandit.
Vanna.
Oh, thank you.
That's our bandit original sauce. That is our OG sauce. When we were developing this, I wanted a sauce that not only could you use in the comp barbecue world, but also a sauce that your kids can eat their chicken nuggets with. Something that doesn't have a weird flavor for kids, something that they would love. It's a classic Kansas City, sweet and smoky. I've heard feedback from it. It's some of the best sauce that people have tried in a while. So it makes me really happy because that was my baby. I wanted to make sure that was family friendly.
You kind of have the same thought with that I have on my sauce. If they can dip their chicken nuggets in it, it's good for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and that was what we wanted it to be. An all around. Dad can use it in the backyard and kids can use it for their chicken nuggets. I'm sure Andy Reid would love it.
So here's the question, mainly because it piques my interest. What is rib? My wife likes it, so I might get a little bit of that.
Okay, so corn ribs. Sorry, corn ribs. I was like, what are you asking?
Rib corn ribs. I don't know.
No, so corn ribs is an shareable on our menu. What it is it's going to be, imagine corn on the cob. You take a big corn on the cob, and then you cut strips off of it. It's lightly battered, deep fat fried, and then it comes out, and we do our cattle rustler on it. So it's going to be that umami on your corn, and then you eat it just like you would a rib
Or corn on
or
the cob.
corn on the cob. So it's still a little bit on the cob, and they're so good. So good.
Sounds good. I have to get one of those to go for lunch.
But we do have one more thing. This is not going to retail quite yet. It is used here in the airport. We're hoping to hit retail stores. It might be a little bit, but it will be coming. This is called our brisket wrap in au jus. So they wanted 4 sauces for us. Obviously, we showed you 3. I told them, well, I kind of do more of an au jus on our brisket. I developed this au jus sauce blend more so than just a brisket sauce. And I showed them what I did. They loved it. So we developed it into a powder form. So it's easier to obviously take around, but our brisket gets wrapped in it, and then our brisket also sits in it in the pan. So instead of just sitting on the line, it's sitting in all that juice. It'll get dipped in it and put on the plate. So I think it's awesome. We've heard nothing but great things about it. It's the rub or the powder form, and then you put a bottle of our sauce, our original sauce, into it, and you get like a beefy au jus that you can paint your brisket slices with during.
Which just so happened to get us a perfect 180.
The first time we ever went out
Down
with it, BBQ last year.
So,
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really good, and I'm excited for that, and I can't wait till people get to try that.
So was BBQ kind of like a place to kind of see how your rubs are going to do in competition?
So
Competition, 100%.
we had it cooked since obviously made for KC. We had just got our hands on our rough batch of them. I mean, not rough batch; they were the finalized batch of them. And so we live in Oak Grove. It was literally 4 miles from our front door. So he said, "Do you want to go and test out our stuff?" I said, "At the team of the year, last chance for points, you want to go out and test our stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, why not?" I was like, "I guess you're right. What do we have to lose? You know, either we bomb or we do really well." So we did. And that contest for 2 days, we solely used our products. We got a 698 in third place on the first day. And the second day, we didn't.
20 something, but first place person.
Yeah, but we had the second day was a little rough because we hadn't done a double in a long time. But we got the first place brisket with the 180, which meant the world to us because that, that was huge. I did not think going into that weekend we were going to be walking out with a 698 nor a 180 brisket. So that was kind of it's a really weird validating feeling when you use solely your stuff. It's pretty cool.
Well, it's one of those things where you always it's like other people think it's good.
Yeah, that's why it was a weird feeling. It was satisfying, but also like, well, we did it, and that it was very scary though. That first day at awards, I was terrified.
We did have some backyarders
We
running
did,
our stuff.
yeah. So we had a few backyarders run our stuff that weekend for us, just to see how it would do. So they did the 1 meats with our rubs and sauces, and I think Charles ended up third
and second or something.
third
like
and
that.
second, and then the other team that we had, I don't know if I have permission to let them know that they used our stuff, but they ended up in the top 10 too. So
I think I know who you're talking about. I think you made a comment about it.
yeah, so it was
And he got rib calls all weekend.
it was a big deal for us. I mean,
Yeah.
that was it. So it wasn't just a fluke with us cooking. We had other people cooking with it too. So that was when we developed these though, and I feel like I'm talking a lot, but when we developed these though, we developed these strictly for
My
his parents, your parents, people that want to mimic your competition flavors, but they don't have the time to sit there and layer and layer and layer and layer. So I think we kind of did that in one bottle, and I'm pretty proud of that.
So you're saying that with these you don't have to layer your flavor.
You can if you want. I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody and say
No.
don't do that,
But-
but
If you want your ribs to have a little bit more kick and you want to hit it with jalapeno or whatever, right?
you can do whatever
can
you
do
want.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
This
But
is just an all-around base.
I know
cooking.
comp is different, obviously. So they're either going to rub it, mix it, whatever. We went out there though to see if it would stand alone, and it did. So I mean, I would never tell anybody how to rub their stuff.
Well, the thing is, like, yes, it's good for competition, but as you guys sit here, you kind of change it because comp books, let's face it, we're the worst people that barbecue.
Yeah.
You want the people that go out in the backyard and have friends over for ribs.
We are super honored that teams would use our products in competition, but yes, we developed for the masses. That's who's going to walk into a barbecue store is going to be there.
But the comp market's not where we intended to go to.
It wasn't what we intended to go to.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. That's one of those things.
Do you know when you're going to get the products to other stores?
So Friday, our website will go live. Not to order yet, but to see everything. And then I believe March 8th. Don't quote me on this. It might be sooner. It could be as soon as this coming Monday. It'll be live to buy, and then we will shortly go local first, and then we will
branch out.
So they want to give it some time here in the airport as an exclusive because obviously, and then we'll branch out from here. So
So if you're flying, you can buy it here, probably first.
you can also get it from us too.
I also hate that though. It's one thing I wish that the airport would do more of. Like, what if I just want to come in here and eat, and I don't want to go through security?
Yeah.
So there is talk. I don't know the specifics of it. We were just told about it. This summer, they are going to allow passes on your phone. You do have to sign up in advance, though. They do like a mini background check, obviously, on you. You get your pass, your day pass, I guess, and you can come in. It works for us because you can come in and eat with us or wherever you want to go if you want to see the airport, because there was a lot of feedback that the airport had gotten that local people who don't fly a lot would love to see this place. And I recommend, if you get the chance, do it. It's pretty incredible.
Well, that's like when I flew in November. That was my main complaint because I was like, I want to go try it, but I don't have a reason to go to an airport to fly. Like, I don't want to fly somewhere just to eat some good barbecue.
Yep.
So I do like that.
Yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool, and we're pretty excited if they do. If it does roll out, they do it.
What is your favorite menu item?
So,
I'm gonna go with.
go grab my phone really fast.
Oh, your phone's charged.
Yeah. They let us play around with our menu. They actually took us to Cisco food service. It's a food service vendor, and it was a blast. We got to go into their test kitchen and play around with all sorts of food. It was literally the best time ever. For foodies like us, we were like, oh yeah, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this. So it was a lot of fun. But our favorite item, I'm going to show pictures and you can tell me if you can see it or not.
Well, I was gonna say your favorite.
This is my favorite item that we do. This is going to be weird. Can you?
Okay.
Ooh,
That's the chicken?
Look at that.
So we are doing half chickens.
Is that a cornbread with it?
Yes, half chickens with cornbread and a side. This has a beans with it. But the half chicken, they are so much fun to make and smoke, and they're really good, really really good. That's my favorite.
So we have the Bandit bundle, which you can get. We have this new thing. It's called burn-in sausage, which is amazing. Then you can get yourself a half pound of your burn-ins, and then you can go ahead and get pulled pork or whatever.
So we do. That's a shareable, or it's enough for a lot of people. But we're doing 2 meat plates, 3 meat plates.
The Bandit bundle.
Or the Bandit bundle, which has, I think, 4 meats. We also introduced to the menu a OG Bandit burger, which comes in our cattle wrestler, smothered in our sauce with smokehouse bacon, and you can top it with brisket or pulled pork. So that thing is like, when you bite into it. But yeah, we did a smothered chicken sandwich too. Same way, smothered in our sauce with bacon, and it's very good and that chicken sandwich sold like crazy today. That was very popular today. So
We have some smoked nachos
oh yeah, our nachos.
and a dirty mac and cheese.
So here's a follow-up question. I saw your menu.
Yes.
I noticed the name OG Bandits, and I noticed you did not use Dalton Gang, Jesse James, Wyatt Earp, anything like that.
Those are all trademarked.
So who names the menu? Is that still part of you guys as you're developing?
We had everything on that menu as Josh and I developed and made.
Okay,
Yep, that is 100% us.
awesome.
So
I'm glad you're a foodie and likes mac and cheese because once I saw that on the menu, I was like, sweet. I get that. My favorite sides in a barbecue restaurant is mac and cheese.
it's that dirty mac and cheese is
That doesn't look like a side though.
I don't care. I'm getting ready to feast.
It's not
on
a
it.
side. It'll feed you. But
I'm getting ready to feast on it in about 30 minutes.
So that's yeah, it's a lot of food, and that's one thing I wanted was a lot of food on the plates here. So you get a half a pound of meat with all of your plates. So your 2 meat plate's going to be a pound of meat on your plate, which is a lot. Yeah. So
Wow, that's. So you won't leave hungry.
you will not leave hungry.
So this is kind of. I don't think I've ever asked this before. I know you changed it from Big and Whiskey OG to OG Bandits. Where did the Bandits part come from of the name?
So I had gotten a KCBS number in 2019 because we had thrown around the idea of me doing this, taking over. So we originally were just going to transfer my number over to this and use Big and Whiskey OG. But then 2020 happened, and if you followed us on social media in 2020, we were running around the country during COVID, and we all had to wear masks. And it just so happened I started calling us the Bandits because my favorite color is black, as everybody can tell. So we had these little black t-shirt masks that we wore everywhere, and we looked like little bandits running around. My kids did and everything, and so that's what our nickname was the Bandits. Then when we went and decided to change our name, we were throwing around all sorts of things, or me to get my own team finally and name my team. We were throwing around all sorts of things, and I said, why not OG Bandits? We're already there. And he's like, okay, done. So that's, yeah, it all started. If you look at our logo, the pig has, is it a COVID mask or is it a bandit mask? You'll never know.
And of course, if you don't know, we live in Oak Grove.
That's where the OG comes from. We're getting asked that a lot. Where's the OG come from?
You thought you were the original gangsters of the Bandits.
Well, old guy. Oh my God. No, don't ever do that again.
I do at work.
Stop it.
All the guys at work, I go like this, and then I go like this.
So how was your 2-week retirement from competition barbecues? I thought I saw on social
We
media.
went a lot more than 2 weeks.
I retired. It's just the breakfast at 5:30, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the breakfast. Tell them to get later flights.
You're always there a little bit early.
I
always fly out early.
What were we talking about? Oh, girl.
Your retirement.
Oh, our retirement. That's this guy. I told him not to tell people that, and he's like, "I quit. I'm done. We're done. We're done."
I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm like, "You're not done barbecuing stuff. We did take a break. We needed to take a break." One of Josh and our motto is we always told ourselves when it stopped being fun, we were going to step away because we're going to be totally honest, we burnt ourselves out. It's the year I had Jameson. He was 3 weeks old at his first contest. I mean, I had a C-section, and he was 3 weeks old at his first contest.
Was that? I'm trying to think if that was the one that Hugh was carrying him around at.
No, that was not his first one. His first one was a double up in Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Columbia, Missouri.
No, he was carrying him around in when he was tiny little like that at Excelsior Springs. But no, he had gone to 10 contests by the time he was 8 weeks old. Or no, not even 6 weeks old, because they were doubles. So it was like insane. Like he was, and looking back on it, we were crazy, and I don't recommend people doing that. But it started to become overwhelming and not fun, and we wanted to take a break from it, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, we're going to go do a contest. It was like, God, getting in the car, you know, why did we do this? We just want to sleep. And our kids are getting older, our older boys. My oldest is 16, driving now. I only have 2 more years with him left in the house. And that kind of hurt when we sat and thought about it, because I was like, we don't have a lot of weekends left with him to be our kid, you know, and the last thing I want to do is, okay, bye, you know, let's go do this. You can't do what you want to do. So it was a nice break. It really was. Obviously, you can't pass up Made for KC. So that's why we did that one. Did I think we would win? No. We did 3 contests last year. I think that's a decent retirement.
You just got the restaurant.
We went
business.
from 30 contests to 3. I think that was a decent retirement.
I don't see how anybody does 30 to 40 contests. That's always my motto too. Is and I will never chase team of the year because I use it for a stress relief for my first job, so I don't want a second job. And I know if I did a contest, it would feel like a second.
If we didn't have kids, or even if we did have kids, but they were older, it'd be different. Because it is fun. The year we do 30 contests, don't get me wrong, it's fun. You get to see the country, you get to go places.
We were in Casper, Wyoming on a Thursday and
Mississippi on the following week.
Thursday.
Yeah, so it's insane. But it does get over. It became a second job for him. I mean, we had to schedule them. He would get off work, then he would have to clean drums. Then on Tuesday, he'd have to go to the store. I'd have to start prepping all of our injections and stuff. I mean, so we wouldn't be getting to bed on the weekdays till like 10 o'clock, and it was too much.
Yeah, we can handle tops for a lot of reps. We keep doing those.
Back to back to back to back is, and then if they're doubles, then you have to do double the work to make
then
sure.
you don't get home till late.
I've done one double, and it took me the next whole week to recover from one double.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do a comp in March, say March 22nd, 23rd, and dress up like me for the Royal Backyard?
We'll be in St. Robert.
Can't be doing that.
Darn it.
So yeah, that's one of our favorite contests is St. Robert's, and when we decided we were actually going to start doing comp again this year, that was one I wanted to go to.
Yeah, we earmarked a couple of contests that we're definitely going to do this year. And then after that, I don't know.
Because then, yes, the Royal is on our list. Right now, we have 1 toddler and an infant I can strap to me. Next year, we're going to have 2 toddlers. So
Probably in 4 months we'll have 2 contests.
yeah, well, she's trying to crawl already, so this might be interesting this summer. But
So you're not going to make an announcement for a third one coming to have 3 toddlers?
there are no more babies. This baby factory is closed.
You know the sewer pipe that you just get disconnected
Shut
right there? What's going on?
No, we're done.
Addicted to the queue at night.
After dark.
Kind of like Cinemax. We're charging you all extra money.
This thing just went south really fast.
It's OG Bandits. What do you expect?
Well, on that note, I'm getting hungry.
Well, do you have anything left for him?
Nope.
We're going to go try some food.
Yeah, let's go, you
Do you
guys.
guys have any questions or anything else you want to say or promote? Or if you haven't been here, come by and eat some food.
They do not validate parking either.
We don't, sorry. What do you want to say? What's your parting word?
Come on, try the food.
We're living a dream right now.
Yes, we are.
We literally are in a fog. So this is probably why this is so crazy. We're sorry. But
We'll make a great interview.
It's awesome watching the experience.
it is. And we'll be documenting our journey. Follow us on TikTok.
Yes, I recently followed them on TikTok, and they have all kinds. I want to try the ribs made into a crown now. That is like my official thing I want to try.
They were really,
There's
really
something else you guys recently made that I thought was really
pepperoni bread. That's the one that
I'm a big pepperoni guy, like
Yeah.
Italian bread stuff. So
he when he used to live out on the East Coast, he always talks about pepperoni bread. That's a thing they do out there. And I was sitting there, I was like, I can make that super easy. He's sitting here begging people to, if you come back to Kansas City, bring me some. I'm like, so I did it. He was skeptical at first because he's like, we're saying no. But
It looks more like a Stromboli.
was it good though? Okay.
was
Right.
your guys' TikTok exploded pretty
Yes.
fast.
Yes. I was pretty shocked by that. We launched our rubs and sauces, and obviously you want to grow your social media platforms when that happens. I mean, we have 4,000 followers on Facebook. So that's a pretty big platform as it was with just being a comp team.
Yeah.
So when I reached out and asked for followers, they really came through for us, and we got a lot through there. I don't think we'll make it to 2,000 because I've kind of had to slow down on social media because we're doing other things right now. But we're getting some good videos that we'll release here. So.
What do you mean you don't have time to extend your social media while you're trying to run this?
Our kids want to do that for us, and
I'm like, you should have picked it up this week, buddy, because mom's tired. But our grand opening officially is on Friday. Smoke and Magic will be here. We'll be here. The news will be here. So if you're local to Kansas City, watch the news on Friday. We'll be able to we're giving out pulled pork samples that day, and it's going to be a big little party and celebration. So we're pretty excited for that.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So come by there on Friday if you're not busy.
Get a plane ticket.
Plane ticket, fly around, you know.
But honestly, if you guys are in the airport, come see us.
The trick is to catch one to Chicago and then catch a flight back from Chicago to KC in the same day, and then you can do food.
then you're good.
Yeah. I've heard some tricks that people do. Like, I'm
Nope.
not going to say it out loud. But I'm not restricted to say. You made it sound like it was saying something bad.
Everybody will do it on Friday.
Never mind.
Well, like I said, we're excited to watch your guys' journey. And like I said, I tried a little bit of the chicken rub, and I have to say it was my most intriguing one, and that was really good. So,
I tried all three. They're good.
and the beef one, I like doing that meat, that's for sure. So yes, thank you guys.
Thank
We're gonna eat some of your food. We're gonna wave even though we're right across the table from each other. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.